Well, it's the end of week 4, or the beginning of week 5 now, and halfway through, and going really well, going great. Great news this morning from the doctor. Had a chat with her, and my levels and weight loss is going so well that she's taken me off all my meds, every single one of them, from my blood pressure tablets to my glycoside to my horrible metformin, which is great. Well, I told her actually I hadn't been taking them for the past week and a half anyway. But yes, my levels are all down, and anticipated in another 4 weeks that I will have totally reversed the diabetes. At the moment, I technically have, but I'm going to see through this course for another 3 weeks or 4 weeks to cement that in stone and to lose a bit more weight. So yeah, over the moon about it. I was a bit down this morning because I'd only lost half a kilo in the past week and a half since I've lost the 8 kilos, so I've lost totally in half. But the doctor was happy that my weight loss had slowed down, but she's not worried that in the future. She was more worried about my blood pressure being down at low and normal levels, that I was going to faint or something like that. So yes, that's positive. Yeah, I really couldn't have done this without the support of Joe and the kids and the family and friends. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for that support you've given me, certainly over the past few weeks, but certainly over the past 8 to 11 years since I've had the diabetes, and have had to put up with my mood swings, my ups, my downs, my lack of recognition that I had a disease that was just making me iller and iller. So yes, yeah, Joe and the kids have really stood by me, and especially on this diet, because they've even joined in. Joe's eating the same stuff that I am and losing weight, and yes, bless Henry, he's struggling a bit. It's not his favourite foods, but yeah, he's getting there, and they're all behind me, which is lovely. And as for the food, yeah, I'm getting used to the 800 calories a day, definitely, especially with the increased exercise I'm doing. So I've just paused in the middle of a celebratory run, as I say, and it is more of a run these days, and actually I'm running more. Went for a swim last night and a bike ride the night before, and before anybody says I'm not going to do a triathlon, they got even some goal that it's not that I won't be able to attain it, it's probably something I don't really want to do, but I'll carry on with the exercise because I'm actually enjoying it. So I am. But the food, had a lovely dinner tonight, which was full of veg and salad leaves and spinach and harissa chicken, and it was really tasty. And people are surprised, so I'm surprised at myself that I would actually say that, given that 4 weeks ago I'd hardly eat any vegetable and go out my way to do it. So yes, that's a big thing. But no, I'm just very surprised that so much of a turnaround in just a period of 4 weeks, when I've been reading forums and stuff like that. Some people have been on this for 16, even 24 weeks. So it's like, oh god, that's a toughing it out, hard going. So yes, I'm really pleased that that's happened. And in Diabetes Week as well, this week's Diabetes Week, so it's there to highlight that diabetes is a major epidemic, almost, if for want for a better word, in the UK at the moment, and that there are 2 types. There's the type 1, midges out, type 2, and obviously I had type 2. Lots of discussions on the various boards that they're saying that type 2 isn't curable. I'm not sure if it isn't curable, but it's certainly reversible, as I'm showing and many other people are showing. So yes, I probably will be diabetic, but then again, all my life, but then again, probably everybody is potentially diabetic if they don't eat properly and exercise and have a balanced diet. So yes, no, I would query, especially Diabetes UK, saying on one of the posts on Facebook that type 2 isn't curable. Yeah, I think if you've got the mindset, the willpower, and you want to do it, you can do it. and I'm, you know, a key example of that there. You know, I was an overweight 43-year-old asthmatic diabetic, you know, and it wasn't until, you know, I made that decision, you know, and it had to be my decision as well. It couldn't be anybody else's, couldn't be Joe's, couldn't be, you know, the doctors. You know, it was up to me to make that decision and make those changes. You know, and I'm doing it. You know, and if I can do it, somebody who, you know, carboholic, you know, like sugar, like bread, like stodge, like pizzas, pasties, you know, yeah, and never any salad and sort of things like that there can make that change, then you know, anybody can change. A lot of people potentially, I'm gonna have to pause this because there's gonna be a thing like, yeah, sorry about that, there's a motorbike going by, I didn't want to hear zoom past me. Yeah, and if I can make that change, anybody could change. Yes, yeah, has its lows, this illness, you know, and certainly I've been depressed over the years, and I've sunk to lows, and the family and friends have had to put up with it, and they've put them through a lot of stress. But yeah, you know, if I can make that decision to improve my body and my mind more than anything else, because, you know, the exercise, the weight loss, it's just improved my sort of outlook and mindset by loads, then those people decide and resigned to taking the drugs for life and gone, oh no, it's diabetes, so I've got that for life, I'll just take the drugs, and then go on to insulin. No, you can't change. And I said it is up to you to make that life choice, and do it. Yes, the 800 calorie diet is an extreme, but it suited me because I said, right, I made the decision, I can do this for 8 weeks. If I did a long-term diet just cutting calories, and, you know, I would have fallen off that wagon donkeys ago, because it just would, the change wouldn't have been quick enough, and I don't think, brutally honest, the change would have improved my condition as much as it has done now, taking this sort of short action. So yes, yeah, you can do it, and I'm doing it. What after the 8 weeks? Well, I'll probably just go on to the 5-2 if I don't hit my sort of weight goal. But I say it's not just about the weight; it's about reversing the diabetes, which is obviously I'm doing. Just to, you know, on a 5-2 after this will be, as I said to my mum earlier on, wee buns. So yeah, and we'll have to see how I introduce or not introduce the carbs into my diet, and make sure I stay off the sugar on it. So yeah, positive news, really good news. And let's say I have to really thank Joe for putting up with me all those years, and the kids. So I love you lot. Okay, so yeah, another update, you know, soon. Cheers, and thanks very much. Bye.